Hey Internet, I just wanted to show you a quick video of low-line Aberdeen getting put on a different paddy right now. Pretty weedy, but lots of green stuff for him to eat. Still haven't had any calves. They're coming soon though, I think. You can see the difference. They got that one pretty mowed down. But they should clean this one out. It's a few acres, I think. Or honestly, probably about an acre. But I've had the sheep on it already. They put a good dent on what they already wanted. But it was time to move the herd in here, push the flock out. You can see they're over there kind of watching the show. Oh, green-winged teal. I don't know if you can see that. Have some wood ducks and green-winged teal in the pond this year, which is pretty cool. Hey, Bessie. Hey, Bessie. But yeah, this is hemlock. You can see they actually chew on it a little bit. Well, no, I take that back. Not at all. So the cattle won't eat it at all. But if you go in this other pasture, the sheep do, which is nuts because I think it's supposed to be like really poisonous and kill stuff. But they still eat it. But maybe we'll take a quick walk over here, try to miss some cow pies. So, pretty mowed down. What I'll do too is take a bush hog over it, because they'll keep coming into here. I mean, this is looking pretty decent. And I haven't had the giblets to put the cattle on that little solar panel fence thing yet. I might do that. Premier Fencing makes an awesome goat and sheep fence, which is pretty cool. But okay, this is what I wanted to show you. All right, so this is well, I take that back. This is goldenrod, and it's been just taken down to the stem. I took them off of this one, but if you look in front of this thrown together sheep shed that I made, that is hemlock, and they ate everything off of it until they couldn't reach it anymore. Like I said, I took them off of this pasture because it's the smaller one. This is our permanent pasture, but I might even move the cattle in here, see what they do, and then I'll bring the bush hog in when it gets to about this point. But typically you're gonna have, well, every farm is different, but you're gonna have that's mare's tail, which is a pain in the butt too. But anyway, every farm is different, and Floodwater Farms is in a floodplain, so we have lots of canary grass. We have lots of weeds, and I hate to call some of our weeds when our animals eat it. If they eat it, they don't get sick. They get some nutritional value out of a weed. Is it really a weed? No, not to me. And I don't have too many options anyway, because everything we're looking at right now gets covered in water. So mow it to the ground, don't mow it to the ground, high intensity grazing, different types of rotational grazing, say whatever you want to, but we try to take advantage. And I don't know, I think you could call it being an opportunist, and just being aware of your surroundings and observant, and use your animals and your property the best way that you can, and don't try to make your property something that it isn't. I would probably be better off raising rice on my ground than cactus, you know, just use your head. It's the internet, and I get a lot of good stuff off the internet. Lots of good info, you know, farming and, you know, quick fixes for tractors or cars, all that kind of stuff. And I love it. I mean, that barn I built with complete scrap. I literally built that. It's like a 300 square foot little sheep shed, cattle shed over there with stuff that was in the barn when I bought the property 12 years ago. And I think I just used screws. I had to buy screws. And I got a lot of that information off the internet. And I think that's pretty cool. But take it for what it's worth, I guess. Come here, Bess. Come here. And use your best judgment and a little common sense, and you can maybe raise beef and lamb, and pork, and chicken and turkey on a piece of flood ground just like me. I don't know if you can tell, but we have some wild geese. And the other, directly in front of where our greenhouse is, behind the house there, but on this side of the pond. Bessie's gonna piss them off. Be up there in the water. Let's see if we can go take a look at our teal and our wood ducks. Yeah, they've got her mowed down pretty good. It was time for them to get on another paddock. You know, if we didn't have the sheep and cattle around the pond, oh, there's our teal. It's an itty bitty duck. If you look, we have domesticated ducks. And no, we don't actually farm those. Those are just kind of pets. Because of my wife. But those are domesticated ducks, the big ones. And then we have geese with little goslings. And right over there are teal. Not seeing the wood ducks right now. But when we first bought this property 12 years ago, it was right after I got out of the Army. You couldn't see this pond. Like I said, it floods here, but you know, you got to take it for what it's worth. I couldn't afford anything else, and I feel pretty fortunate. It was middle of the recession, and nobody had any money, and I just got out of the Army, and I had a VA loan, so no down payment. Great. They had old barns and a halfway livable house, and we went to work. 12 years later, and you know, might be halfway there. But it sure beats living in a city or town or an apartment or something, I think. We literally, for the last 10 years, make money feeding our family. And I don't think a lot of people can say that anymore. We actually profit feeding our family. With the excess, you know, so you raise 6 hogs. 1 hog goes to your house, and the other 5 go to other families, and the little bit of profit that you make pays for your butchering fee or goes in your pocket if you butcher your own like we do now. And you sit down and you have a pork chop, and it's kind of nice to think that, you know, hey, this pork chop actually is not a negative number. And if the side dishes are something you raised in your garden, speaking of, there's a garden, then, you know, I'll be darned, you're making money feeding your family, and it's a great thing to have. I take pride in it. Don't have much else to take pride in, I guess, but that's definitely one of them. Yeah, I don't know, maybe after this video we'll go and check out our garden. It's It's not anything special, and it's got to kind of be on the high ground. And we've lost gardens before because of flooding, but we can a lot. And you know, none of this makes any sense for me if I wasn't married to the awesome wife that I have, because I don't cook or can. I just raise critters and eat. So she's the deciding factor in that, and definitely separates the gap. But I think I've rambled on enough for today, and I got to go find where I left my hams. Anyhow, y'all have a good one. God bless.